Hello and welcome to the latest Oregon News Daily Update. I'm Kassidy, Iwashita. University of Oregon Interim Provost Frances Bronnett is on her way out. The university announced on Tuesday that Bronnett has accepted the position of Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs at Illinois Institute of Technology. Bronnett filled in as interim provost while Scott Coltrane was serving as interim president. With Michael Schill taking over as the university's new president, Coltrane will return to the role of provost. Bronnett had previously been dean of the School of Architecture and Allied Arts. Brock Mueller, who has served as acting dean, will stay in the role until a search for a permanent dean is complete. A former youth pastor in North Salem has been convicted of repeatedly raping a girl under the age of 16. 36-year-old Peter James Bass was arrested on January 21st and was sentenced to 33 years and 4 months in prison on Monday. The pastor pleaded guilty to 5 counts of first-degree rape and opted out of a jury trial, according to the Associated Press. Bass's attorney said his client pled guilty because he didn't want to put the victim through the trauma of a trial. Portland police recovered a woman's body from the Columbia River on Monday. The pickup truck she was driving was also found. Police say the woman had a history of mental health issues, including previous suicide attempts, AP reports. Investigators are looking into whether the woman intentionally drove into the river. As the dry conditions continue across much of Oregon, authorities in Prineville are trying to find the person responsible for draining the reservoir east of the town. As you can see here, the reservoir is now nearly empty. The Peterson Creek Reservoir was drained last month shortly after Governor Kate Brown declared a drought emergency in Crook County. Crook County Judge Mike McCabe said the head gate had likely been open for 2 weeks before anyone noticed, AP reports. McCabe said the culprit had to use a big wrench in order to open it, ruling out an accident. We're going to take a quick break here, and when we get back, we'll be talking weather and sports.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Baseball and softball are both on the road this weekend. Let's begin with softball. After sweeping the Cal Bears over the weekend, the Ducks regained the #1 ranking in the coaches' poll and are set to take on the number 17 Arizona Wildcats to close out the regular season. With postseason play approaching, senior outfielder Janie Takeda says the team is starting to show more consistency out on the diamond.
This whole season we've had our ups and our downs. We have had games where we're not playing Oregon softball, and that's frustrating, but I think it's starting to get more and more consistent. And we have that #1 ranking for a reason, and using that in the right way, not to get too high, but to just understand that we're good and that we should beat certain teams.
Moving over to baseball, after winning the series against the Stanford Cardinal, the Oregon Ducks matched up with Oregon State last night for a non-conference contest. Oregon State took care of business, winning 10-2. The Ducks head to Pullman this weekend to face the Washington State Cougars. The 3-game series starts Friday at 7:30. Turning to the court, the second round of the NBA playoffs are now underway. In the Western Conference, the Los Angeles Clippers and Houston Rockets match up for Game 2 tonight at 6:30. Clippers star Chris Paul missed Game 1 due to injury, but his squad still beat Houston 117-101. And the Golden State Warriors, with their newly crowned NBA's most valuable player, Stephen Curry, fell to Memphis 97-90, tying the series 1-1. The key players in last night's game were Mike Conley and Tony Allen. Conley rebounded from a recent face surgery to finish the game with 22 points. Allen dominated on defense, and he didn't allow his hard work to go unnoticed, yelling "first team all defense" throughout the game. Both teams have a 3-day break before playing Game 3 in Memphis on Saturday. And for a quick look at weather, keep those sunglasses out. We'll have a high in the lower 60s today with a low in the upper 30s. But it's just going to get hotter from here. We'll see highs in the lower 70s on Thursday, and as the week progresses, so does the heat. Make some plans for the beach this weekend. Friday and Saturday both have a high of 79, lows in the mid-40s. That'll do it for this Oregon News Daily Update. Don't forget, we have daily updates coming your way Monday through Thursday. For all of us here at Oregon News, I'm Kassidy Iwashita. Have a good afternoon.